Hey everybody, this is Josh Valencia from Good Break Studio, and today we're going to be looking at the color module from DIY recording equipment. The way that we're going to be looking at it today is that I'm actually going to show you a mix that was done partly with color, and the other was done without any color added at all. Just a few, I wouldn't really call them warnings, just some things to keep in mind. I did have to redo several of the tracks, and I had to basically print them, and then as I printed them I heard a couple things and I fixed them. In one of the mixes, the vocal at the end is a little off, but other than that, everything is just straight decisions I made based on the color modules whenever I got down here. So my mix decisions did change. Some balance things became more apparent once I used color, and I was able to make a better choice. So basically I'm showing you without any color in mind. Then I got the module and I built it, and then I worked on this bottom one here, and a couple things became more apparent, and you'll just have to hear it yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and put two buttons on the screen here, just so you could toggle between both. You'll just click and it'll take you to that part of the video. How cool is that? So just go ahead, listen, and enjoy. We're gonna play the non-colored version first, and yep, enjoy. So as you guys heard, that's the mix without any color. One thing to keep in mind is that I did use some effects plugins in terms of delay and reverb. Other than that, all I think I used was the Fab Filter compressor on the rhythm guitar, so that slide part. That's all I used, the compressor. On everything else, except for, well, the vocal, I used a distressor going in. But other than that, when we jump to this color track, it's just the color modules. For the drums, I used color in parallel, and for everything else, I just kind of used color, made the sound better to my ears, and just went ahead and printed it. One thing to notice is that after I used color on some things, I made some balance decisions in the mix that were impacted by my use of color. So a good example are the overheads. They're they're a lot louder in this mix because I got them to sound better. I got them to sound a little clearer, and I really like the way they sound. And I kind of got a little haywire with the parallel on the snare. I really like the sound that color was giving me. I did support it with the old snare, so that one's almost a pure replace deal. But other than that, all I did was, mix everything in parallel. The bass totally replaced, the guitars, vocals, everything totally brand new, replaced. And this one you will hear that I did correct the tuning at the end of the song. I know people are freaking out about that, so let's go ahead and give that a listen. And yeah. All right, now over to the unit itself. It's a DIY 500 series module from DIY Recording Equipment. Pretty easy to put together. The instructions are really good. All you do is go out there, pick whether you want just a palette or some colors. They come in assembled or unassembled varieties, and plenty of colors are going to be coming out soon. We have the 3 base plus another one you could go out and check out on their website. So to jump right into what the module is actually doing, it's pretty basic. You have your saturation. You get to choose between the 3 colors you want to saturate, and then you could adjust the trim to get it just right for your interface. So we basically have 3 modules. We have your 15 nips, which is a tape saturation, CTX, and JFET. So as I mentioned before, this is the 15 nips module. It is a tape sim, and if I go ahead and hit this button, you can see it turns yellow, just like the capacitor indicates on the module. Really nice, really clean, easy to do. Next up, we have the CTX module. Really nice. Basically, any sound you run through that module gets that nice cinematic magic. Really nice, thick bottom end. Bottom is the JFET, really simple JFET circuit. You use your gain here and your distortion, and you basically plug in a screwdriver, turn it up, or turn it down. And the thing about this module is that it's really dynamic, so depending on how you feed it before, if I just turn that on there, it's just JFET, but if I were to put something before it, it really opens up and distorts really nicely. One thing to keep in mind is that depending on what order you put your modules in, that's how the colors will come up. But not only that, it'll actually impact the sound quite a bit. So you can go ahead and shuffle these around, and the order will change. I know it's not really obvious, but that red doesn't come out that nicely in the camera, but that is red. And you know, if you were to flip these, the colors would move accordingly, and the way that your signal flow is also impacted quite greatly. That 15 nips module is really sensitive to what's before it, so if you feed it something hot, it does clip pretty easily. That's one thing to keep in mind. So yeah, that order is pretty crucial. One really neat thing is that the DIY community is coming out with some pretty sweet other modules that you could possibly plug into this thing. So feel free to check that out. They're also really affordable. Again, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you guys check out more of our videos, and we're going to be really wearing this thing out. Check it out and subscribe. See you guys.